yeah, you want a roach? How good's that? How's it going, guys? So as you know, I like keeping my Boyd's Forest Dragons here in bioactive enclosures. Here's the adults, and here's the little babies. And whilst bioactive enclosures are great because they need minimal maintenance, they do still need some maintenance. So today, we're going to be doing a few things with the enclosures to keep them running, keep them going well, especially because I think this female here, see that big lump in her belly? I think she might have some eggs. So, you can see she is fat as. So what we're going to be doing is I want to add some extra substrate to this enclosure, make it a bit deeper so she has ample room to dig and nest and lay those eggs. And something else we need to keep up on with these bioactive enclosures is actually on the bottom here. So over time things break down. This used to be all covered in gum leaves and leaf litter, but over time those leaves break down and become part of the soil as fertilizer. So you have to keep topping them up. So that's what we're going to do today. We're going to get some fresh leaves in there, and it's going to make it look really nice. Another thing I'm really excited about with this is the roots of the plants are starting to come through. You can sort of see it there, there's a big root coming through. They're all going down into the drainage layer, which is great, which means the plants are growing and starting to spread out and get established, which is really cool. So I've just mixed up a bunch of new soil for them. This is a really basic mix just to go on the top. It's some coir peat, sphagnum moss, Yuki mulch, and I even chucked in a bit of carbon for the plants. So let's throw this in on top to increase that substrate depth. Because over time these sort of substrates do break down a bit and compact a little bit, so it's good to fluff them up and get it restored a bit. So this sort of maintenance on these enclosures, really only do it a few times a year. That's how little you have to mess with them. And it's just to maintain stuff, to keep it going and keep it functioning as it should be. This also is another purpose because I want some more laying space for this female up here to hopefully have some good options to lay her eggs, because we want another successful season with these guys, getting a bunch of healthy babies. So I'll spread this around and it should be good. So now this is in, I'm also going to just churn up the soil a bit, just to mix it around, the new stuff and the old stuff. Just mix it in a bit. Also helps decompact the stuff, the older stuff a little bit. Alright, so that's in there now, mixed around. We have a deeper substrate layer. It sort of goes right up and builds up more towards the back anyway, so she's going to have plenty of room to lay her eggs. Chunky female. And then I have a little bit left over, so I'm going to chuck that in with the young Boyds because theirs has compacted a little bit as well. Okay, so now that's in. All we have to do is make both the enclosures look really nice by adding in a bunch of leaf litter to the bottom. Let's go grab the gum leaves. Alright, last part, adding in leaf litter. So it's a pretty slow process. Pretty long, but it's going to be worth it because it's going to look really awesome at the end. And so we're simply just grabbing gum leaves, picking them off, and throwing them in. Just scattering them around everywhere. And you want a decent amount in there to get that really nice forest floor look. So I'm going to speed this up. You guys can see how good it looks. And again, these are going to act as natural fertilizer as these break down over time. It's again revitalizing the soil with more nutrients. And then again we'll have to retop it up with more leaves. It's all about that natural ecosystem cycle, and yeah, it's quite fun. Alright, there we go. Adult setup is complete. I just think that looks so much better. Just such a nice look. And yeah, that's just this few things that we have to keep maintaining as we go. But it is very minimal maintenance. Basically a self-cleaning enclosure, and I love it. Again, we'll do the same for little babies. Once that's done, I think we'll give them a feed, eh? So now we're done with all that enclosure maintenance, I think it's time for a bit of food. you have it, guys. Just a bit of a quick look at some of the simple maintenance that keeps things going around here. If you'd like to see more, make sure you subscribe if you haven't already. Give the video a like. I'll see you next time.